All right, CAD-112 students, let's talk about Chapter 12 sectioning really quick. Guys, we got full sections, half sections, broken out sections, offset sections, revolved sections, aligned sections. Make sure you read through Chapter 12, okay? That's going to explain all the different sections. Now, for your assignments, you're predominantly going to do full sections. So let's go over a few things that will help you in AutoCAD and doing your section views. Some just simple fundamentals. Let's take problem 12.5, which is looks like a fitting, maybe a airline fitting. It's got a cavity in the middle of it for air to funnel through. All right, so what you're going to have, I'm just going to draw it up really quickly. It may not be exact. So you're going to have something like this for your front view. Well, actually, this looks like it's going to be your top view. All right, so here's what we've got. So we're going to mirror this geometry here. I'm just going to mirror it to make sure it's going to be the same on both sides. We're going to mirror it from the midpoint. Just hold your shift button down, right click to get all of these options. Midpoint. Make sure your ortho is on with your F8. Erase source, no. Just accept the default. And it looks like I need to put a little bit of a chamfer right here on this end. So I'm going to do that. And then mirror a little chamfer from again midpoint. Turn more ortho back on. Alright, and then I'm going to close this up. Alright, so basically this is just a quick representation of 12.5. It's probably nowhere near what it needs to be dimensionally, but that's where you come in. You're going to be doing the dimensioning. Alright, so this top view is actually going to be the section view. So what we want to do, looks like none of this was on my border, on my object line, so I'm going to change that all to object line. Now I'm going to change it to phantom. Your cutting plane, okay, is going to be done on your phantom layer. Alright, notice that when I go to my layers, my phantom's a thick layer, my title block's a thick line layer. Alright, and this is actually my imperial inch template. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create this is my cutting plane. Okay, nice little cutting plane all the way through the middle. This is called a full section. I like to take this up about 0.125. Same on the other side. Alright, so the only thing we're lacking here are the arrowheads. Well, it's funny that AutoCAD doesn't allow you just to pull an arrowhead. So what I normally do is do a leader note somewhere on here. All right, and then I use that arrow. I got to explode this because it comes in as a block. So I do X, explode, then I get rid of all this other geometry because all I really want is this little arrowhead right here. So I'm going to copy that arrowhead from the midpoint to this line, and then I'm going to rotate it. Rotate previous. Base point is going to be at the midpoint, and rotate it around. Well, it took a midpoint from somewhere else. All right, rotate. Rotate then from this endpoint. I'm going to get to where it's straight. Okay, and then I'm going to move it back on top of the line. Move, pick it, midpoint to the end line. Alright, and I'm going to copy that over to the other side. And I'm going to get rid of this one. Alright, notice that the arrowheads are pointing upwards, which means it's like if somebody's took a saw, cut through this part, and the section view then is going to go down here. So section view always goes opposite of the arrows. So it's going to go down here. So if I was running a section through this way and going to the left, then my section view would be over here, or my right side view. Okay. A couple of more things that need to go in here as far as hidden lines that represent the channel. So let me put a couple more lines in here. Alright, so I'm going to go here. Of course, I'm on the wrong layer. To here. Turn my ortho back off. Looks like it's going to go down to here. Then I'm just going to take it straight out for now. Okay. And I'm going to do a mirror of that image from this point here. Make sure my ortho is on. Enter. And then I'm going to change this geometry to hidden. Okay. So here we have a section of this, looks like an air hose fitting, and the arrows are pointing upwards. Looks like I need to do some, I like to have my match properties in my quick access, so I'm going to match this property, make sure these arrowheads are on that same property. Okay, so we go. Now in a normal front view, okay, what we would have is all these lines would be, just like you see here, would be hidden. But with section views, we're able now to make this a solid line. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to copy this down to here. Alright, I'm going to get rid of this section, or the cutting plane, we call it. There's one more thing I need to do up here that I didn't do. Now these lines now become, guess what? They become object lines. Okay? So they become solid. Now this is metal area that this is cutting through here. So what we do is use a hatch. First of all, I'm going to go to, I'm going to use the dimension layer to do my hatching. So I'm going to type H for hatch. Steel is ANSI 132. You're okay. I'm going to select that area there. Do it again. I'm going to hatch this area right here. Notice that I didn't hatch this area because that's the channel. That's that little air pocket that runs through that part. Now I do need to put me a center line through this because all the other rules apply. It's just like a regular front view, alright, but now it's sectioned. In other words, it's got this section lining in it. A couple of things I didn't, well, one thing I didn't do up here, and that's to add text here. A. Move this over to where it's there, and then I'm going to copy this over to this side. Ortho on. Alright, now I'm going to copy this text down here. And I'm going to modify this by double clicking, and this needs to say section A-A. Alright, there's one more thing that we didn't do, which I need a right side view, which is going to be basically a polygon. And it's going to be a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sided polygon. Polygon. Number of sides is 6. Center of polygon, we're going to make it, is it across the flats? Yes. We're going to make it circumscribed. Radius of circle 1.5. Oh. We need to go half of that size. 0.5. Alright. And then you've got all these circles that are going to go in here to represent the these will all be hidden lines. Match properties. And you see this would be, looks like my polygon's still not big enough. I'm going to take it up to where it should be. Let's scale this. Center. Alright. And then this will be a hidden line through here. Go circle. Go back to my hidden layer. Circle. Take it down to perpendicular. Alright, and there's other hidden lines. This will be a hidden line to be a circle. This will be a hidden. Nope, this won't be hidden because it's turned, so this one will be solid. Perpendicular to there. This one will be a solid line. Object. This will also be an object. Object. These will all be hidden. You just had to do all your projections over there. I'm not going to do them all right now. Alright, so here's what we have. We have the top view, which is become, or we'll just call this the front view, which has become the view with the cutting plane that we made from a polyline. And it looks like I need to change the, need to do a match properties on this here and here. Okay, enter. Cutting through it. Now this is what it's going to look like. This is hatch, no hidden lines. Okay, guys, in your, this is your section view. No hidden lines in your section view. Your hidden lines will of course be in your front view, your right side view, and all that. And so then you need to come down here and do some dimensioning. There'll be a line that runs across here. Okay, because you're going to see, oops, you're actually going to see that edge back there. And then you're going to do some dimensioning. So let's change to dimension layer. Annotate. First thing I'm going to put on here is this angle. Here to here. Alright, remember not to dimension inside the part. So we're going to pull, let's do the angle from actually here to here. There's a 23. We'll pull it on out like that. Okay. And then you can do the rest of the dimensioning up here on your front view. Remember, this is all going to be diameter dimension because this is a cylinder. Alright, so a few things to remember. This gets hatched everywhere that this cuts through metal. Alright. Which is these outside walls. Alright. This doesn't get hatched because that's the actual air channel pocket that runs through there. Make sure you got AA on the end of your arrows. I showed you how to get your arrowheads. Of course, I'm excluding a lot of dimensions. You need to go ahead and put your dimensions on there. Make sure you got section AA kind of centered up there at the bottom. And when you're done, go to your layout, double click on it, do a Z enter, E enter. That looks good. Click outside to lock it. and do your updates. I'm going to update that field to this. And I'm not the CAD king, I'm Mr. Johnson. And what is this scale? Scale is about a 1-to-1, so we're just going to call it 1-to-1. It's 1.1 to 1. So let's click 1, 2, 1. Oop. Problem. What is this? 112-5. Accept caps locked, uppercase on everything in the drawings. Alright, that's it. File, save as. Make sure you save as a .dwt, .dwg, and get it turned in to me. So, of course, this is basically a fast fundamental of what I want for sectioning. You're going to have, like I said, offset sections, aligned sections, broken out sections, revolved sections. Make sure you read the chapter, chapter 12, go through all of that. And if you've got any questions, of course, just hit me up with an email. God bless. Have a great day.